Liverpool is most famous for its football team and the Beatles.
And Scousers? No, in all seriousness, it's also the home of the Halewood factory, which is where Land Rover builds the Discovery Sport and Evoque SUVs. This factory first opened in 1963 and the first car built here was the Ford Anglia, lime green, just like this vest.
Yeah, and then Halewood went from strength to strength with various Ford models that continued until around the early 1990s when it all went very pear-shaped. In fact, this place was known as the very worst car plant in the world.
Guys,
welcome to Best of British. JLR is Britain's biggest car maker, and along with its parent company Tata, the UK government has injected millions of dollars to modernise this plant, turning around the once ailing factory.
I bloody love factories. It's just a hive of activity. There's always something going on.
Yeah, and something is going on because this factory works on 3 shifts over 24 hours, 5 days a week.
You could say it's a hard day's night.
Oh.
But before you build a car, you need metal.
Where you want this, Governor? These steel rolls weigh between 16 and 25 tonnes and they come in this front door and in around 48 hours they're going to head out that door as a car.
In a happy coincidence, the supplier of all these millions of tonnes worth of steel is none other than Tata, the parent company of, you guessed it, Jaguar Land Rover.
This machine behind me is pumping out almost 900... This is ridiculous, I can't even hear myself. As I was saying, that press machine pumps out 900 panels an hour, but there's another one further down that does 1,250 panels an hour, and that costs $150 million.
And that all sounds insane, but that's the sort of capacity you need to make 800 cars a day or 185,000 cars a year.
Yeah, this is cool. Hey, what does this button do?
Oh, that one gets you kicked out. Oh. Carry on.
Okay.
Engine assembly is another crucial part of the process. Get it wrong and, well, it's a costly mistake. So Jaguar Land Rover have a solution. What they do, and this is very clever, is when you're assembling the engine, you have to scan every individual part before you put it on. Fine. The next thing, which is really clever, is the actual tool actually remembers that you're doing it in the right order and then tells the computer you can carry on. Get it wrong, production line stops, goes back to the beginning. Okay, we're quite lucky today because we're going to get a bird's eye view of a Discovery Sport getting welded together just above the production line. If you're wondering, the Range Rover Evoque is actually on a different production line because it uses different techniques. It uses more precise laser welding, but anyway, this is going to be cool. Boron.
You call me a moron?
No, boron steel. This is a lightweight alloy they use in a Range Rover Evoque's construction that ensures the body is around 13% more rigid, so it's stronger and safer.
This is pretty cool. The cars are starting to come together. They're starting to take shape.
Yeah, this is the trim and final production line, and you won't believe this, but this line is 5 kilometres long. Right now there's around 300 cars waiting to have things like the dashboard fitted, the carpets, the wiring loom, and then finally the powertrain.
This is one of the most crucial parts on the production line, and it's handled completely by robots.
That's right, this is the marriage process. So this is when the powertrain and all-wheel drive system is raised up into the body of, in this case, an Evoque, and it becomes a car.
Welcome to the man-made monsoon. This is one of the final tests the cars go through before they hit the road. And in there, they're pumping 15,000 litres of water on every car from every angle, underneath, on the sides. It's full on. This machine behind me is called an IVS, or Industrial Vision System. There are lots of cameras inside there that take a bunch of photos of every single car. It's put through computer algorithms and they can tell if every little thing is correctly fitted to the car. It's like having 1,000 extra eyes go over every single vehicle.
So this is the very final part of quality control. I've been told this is where they check the checks the checkers have already checked. I think that's right. So there we have it. After 8 hours being assembled, 10 hours in a paint shop and another 4 hours in quality control, we're finally here, the end of the production line.
You could say these cars have a ticket to ride with a 16,000 kilometre, 42-day journey ahead of them on a container ship before they reach Australia.